Hello everyone, this is just a quick battery replacement on an Asus X550D notebook PC, otherwise with the model number X550DP and then -XX025H. So this one is missing a screw already there, so I won't be undoing that screw, but you probably need to on yours. And I'm just going to start by undoing all the screws around the edge. Note that they are different lengths. That one is longer than the others, so keep a note of where the screws came from. That one feels like it's got a stripped thread and isn't unscrewing, so that'll be fun. So it looks like all the longer screws are on this part of the board and the short ones are along the front where it's tapered. Have one more go at this one. Nearly there. Right, perseverance. So I'm not sure whether that will actually screw back in later. Seems like the thread may be stripped on it and it won't be easy to put back. Flip the laptop over and then I need to gently remove this top palm rest along with the keyboard, being very careful that the keyboard is probably already or currently attached by a ribbon cable. So for some reason I feel like it's still being held. Oh no, there we go, just needed a bit of wiggling. So I'm going to look down, yeah, there are 3 ribbon cables, one underneath the touchpad and 2 over here. So, wondering if I can do this without unplugging them. No, so they've got a, it's difficult to show you because the cover's in the way, but they've got a little white tab that you need to hinge upwards on this left hand one, and then the small ribbon cable here comes undone. The other one has a black tab that you hinge up, and then that small ribbon cable comes undone, and then the touchpad, oh no, it's the keyboard but it's underneath the touchpad, has 2, I could probably show you this one, maybe, depends on whether the angle on the camera are there, but you've got 2 white tabs that need pushing towards the screen. There's one, There's the other. And then that ribbon cable for the keyboard will come undone. There we go, so now we can get to the battery. That battery apparently is already unplugged, so I guess I was given this with the battery to replace, so whoever sourced the new battery had also unplugged the previous battery. So just need to hoik this battery out. It looks like it may be vaguely clipped in at the back, so I think it might need to be pulled upwards at the front. There we go. So that's the old battery. Bizarrely, this comes with a load of tools. Interesting. And there is the new battery. Definitely a generic replacement. And let's fit it. So I'm going to do the reverse of what I did with the other one, which is put it in at the back and then hinge it down or rotate it down to the front. And then run the cable around the guides that the old cable was going around. And then slide the connection back on. So that's now flush. I don't think that's going to go any further towards the motherboard. Now put it all back together. So slide the keyboard connection in and do the two white pins towards the front of the machine, so the opposite side of the screen. And then these two things on the left, one of which is the power button. The far left hand ribbon is the power button, so if you press the power button and nothing happens, you've probably not plugged in or you've damaged that ribbon cable. And then the one in the middle is for the touchpad. So that one there is for the touchpad, so if your touchpad isn't working, you've probably not plugged that in correctly or damaged it. So that's the one with the black hinge which hinges down, so plug it in, make sure the line is flush and flat with the white connector, and then hinge the little black hinge down. Line up the case and push it all together. Close the lid, turn it over. And having said that, something did just sound like it rattled out. I think when this machine was opened the first time, it's had stuff damaged. So what made a rattling sound there? It was in this corner. Yep, there is. Oof, don't really want that rolling around inside the machine. A little metal bracket. That's probably from the one which was stripped and wasn't unscrewing, and that's worth checking. If a machine's rattling, you do want to check what's rattling inside it, because it could either get stuck in a fan, or in the case of that, it's a little metal nut which, if it got jammed on the motherboard, could cause quite significant problems. So I now expect that this top left hand one, which wasn't unscrewing earlier, yeah, it's just not going to screw in. That one's that bracket has been previously broken. However, the screw which was missing in the middle can now have the donor screw from there over there. So in some ways we've benefited. In other ways, that side of the case will be slightly less robust. And there we go, that's how you replace the battery on this Asus X550D. If this video has been helpful to you, it'd be really helpful to me if you wouldn't mind subscribing. You don't need to have the notifications for new videos switched on, but the subscription numbers really help. So, only thing left to do is plug it in, make sure it charges, turn it on with just the battery, and either time how long it lasts, or at least make sure it lasts us what you think to be a sensible amount of time. There we go.